Why do bad things happen? People have been asking me, why does God let bad things happen? The number and types of bad things happening are causing distress and even despair. So I want to share some thoughts to help. Please watch through to the end as I walk through this with you. To start with, if you are asking this question, it means you believe God is real. If either you don't yet believe or aren't sure, the answer I share here should still be of interest. I do believe God is a real person who loves all of us and wants us to be part of his loving family. He created us to resemble him just as children resemble their parents, and he has provided and created a world of wonders for us. I believe that God provides the overall environment in which humanity can flourish. But just like a loving parent, he doesn't make our decisions for us, nor does he engage in every single event and action of our lives, for we are not robots and God wants us to live life to the fullest of our abilities. God has given us the responsibility of running our world, and he's done this with the intention that we should work in partnership with him. Like a good parent, he's not an interferer unless things are getting so far out of hand that it's time for him to call time out. And that will happen one day, perhaps soon. But despite his love and great purpose for us, there are two factors that are conspiring to destroy beautiful humanity and our beautiful world. The first is us, yes, you and me and everyone else. And the second is cosmic, unseen evil in the form of evil entities for which we use words such as demons, devils, the devil Satan. As God's special created people, we have the choice. We go the way of peace and truth, or we follow the way of warped thinking which leads to ultimate destruction. But if we choose that bad road to hell, on the way we create mayhem and unhappiness. Just look around. The world is full of lies, liars, and selfish, greedy people, child abusers on an industrial scale, terrible sickness and death. It's a long, troubling, and sometimes really sickening list. And there also are disasters in nature, floods and earthquakes. God doesn't send these. In part, this is simply the operation of the natural world, but some of it is also our own doing. Our responsibility is to work within the situation, and so we build flood defenses, we ensure buildings can flex with ground movements. When there are earth tremors, we have lifeguards on duty at public beaches, and as far as we can, we seek to do our best to look after our loved ones. But even so, accidents do happen and things can go wrong. We're human. And some of the trouble is premeditated. In far too many instances, people commit terrible acts, such as the arsonists who caused fires to support the idea of global warming. You can guess what motivates these people, and all guesses are likely to be correct. These problems are here because of the brokenness that has entered our world. And that is because we have opened the door to all that is opposed to truth, to love, and to peace, and because we continue to keep that door open. In fact, we seem to be trying to open the door to evil wider and wider with each new generation. Let's be clear before we try and put it all down to the devil. We, human beings, are perfectly capable of making a complete mess of our world on our own without devils and demons. But here's the thing, once the door is open, these evil entities get into people's lives, into their thought processes, and they influence what they think, what they say, and what they do. Things are being done today that would have been considered criminal behavior in the past. I'll give you examples. Drag queen story hour for small children in public libraries. Men parading naked in public during June in full view of children, women, and other men. But yet, police constables doing nothing about what is clearly criminal behavior. People breaking the law by stopping others going about their lawful business, trying to get children to school or to hospital, doing so, stopping them because of their views about oil. So let's come back to the question, why does God let bad things happen? Well, I think you've caught the answer. The cause of all the trouble is us. This is not suggesting that you who are listening to me now, that you are personally responsible for every or any act of evil or disaster in our world. Yes, there are specific people who are personally accountable for particular wrongs. I hope that's clear. But where we all share responsibility is by what we choose to do or not to do when we become aware of wrongdoing. Take as an example the appalling and criminal conduct taking place in schools where children as young as 4 years are being sexualized as part of a grooming process directed by grossly evil adults, and it's got into the law. While some parents and grandparents are challenging this, far too many people are ignoring it. Consider the attempt by our British government and others to give complete control of our lives and our decisions to the World Health Organization, a private money-making business, or the screaming statistics about excess deaths since the introduction of an untested jab from 2021, or the way in which British constables have been acting in support of particular ideologies. There are several more examples. Too many people are sticking their heads in the sand, refusing to see that we are in big trouble. We, all of us, have opened the door to evil, and it's here now, in our world, causing catastrophe. Although we can't shut the door fully yet, we can move in that direction. It's been said that all that it takes for evil to triumph is for good men and women to do nothing. That's the answer to the bad things that are happening. It's up to us to be part of the solution. As I draw to a close, let's get back to God. If He isn't responsible for the bad things happening, what is He doing about it? Well, firstly, He's got me speaking to you, taking the time to explain, and then He's also working through many others to get the truth out. And ultimately, I believe He personally is the answer. That's what Jesus said. I am the way, the truth, and the life. For God loved the world so much that He gave His only Son, so that whoever believes in Him, Jesus, will not perish, but have everlasting life. Jesus also said, the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. I have come that you may have life, and that you may have life in all its fullness.